His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Go.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Not today. Mike's 50, Mike.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Carr now on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job, Force. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
All right. Get 300. Get 300.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Packers are pouring it on. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Carr now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to work his way down to the 16. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try to run, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
18. Jump out.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy play.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 29. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hill. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his second touchdown on the season, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check 4.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Boxing.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Now,
Mike's 50, Mike's.
180. 180, we're good. You 180. 180.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Go now. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie.
Watch the twist.
Go.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last throw here for Hill. And this has dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,